And welcome everyone. So I hope you are clear with the last question. So now we are going to the next concept, that is foot of perpendicular and image. So this topic is important from the CBSE perspective as well as mains also, because sometimes questions they have asked related to this. So we learn two methods. One method is the conventional method, and also we will see a shortcut to find the foot of perpendicular and image. So let's try to understand basically what it is. So think like this: there is a line L, and then there is a point P. Okay, from this P I'm dropping a perpendicular. Okay, I'm dropping a perpendicular from this point. So when I'm dropping, you can see there is a point, isn't it? Here, let's call this point as M. So this M is going to be called as what? Foot of perpendicular. So the name is very obvious and clear. It is the foot of the perpendicular, so the name is given as foot of perpendicular. Okay, now if you can go back a little bit in 9th or 10th standard, little bit of nostalgic feeling, that if you would have been drawing like a plane mirror, like a straight line, and imagine this is the object, so you would have learned like how to draw the image of an object with respect to a plane mirror, isn't it? You will draw angle of incidence equal to reflection, all those things. So here we are not getting into it. One property would have learned there, that the distance of the object from the mirror is same as the distance of the image from the mirror. Means if this distance is 5 units, this distance also is going to be what? 5 units. So if O is the object and I is the image, the object and image are equidistant from the mirror. So mathematically, what is the inference? That this point, the foot of perpendicular, right, is going to be the midpoint of the line segment joining object and image. Can you understand this? Okay. Also in plane mirror, our image is always right to the mirror, isn't it? It's not like your image will form here. If you keep object here, your image will form here, isn't it? So mathematically, let's see a question related to this. So what they have said here is that the line equation is 3x plus 4y plus 7 equal to 0, and this point is given as a whose coordinates is 1 comma 3. So you assume that m coordinate is alpha comma beta. So now you need two equations because there are two variables. So first equation is very obvious, that the point m lies on the line, isn't it? So it will satisfy the equation. So what you can write, 3 alpha plus 4 beta and plus 7 equal to 0. Let me change the color. Yeah, solution. This is the first equation. What is the second equation? That AM is perpendicular to the line L, isn't it? AM is perpendicular to the line L. So product of the slope will be -1. So what you can write? Beta minus 3 divided by alpha minus 1 into slope of the line L is equal to what? -1. So what is the slope of the line L? Minus coefficient of x divided by coefficient of y. So from there what we got? Beta minus 3 by alpha minus 1 is minus 1 by slope of line L, which is equal to 4 by 3. So when you do the cross multiplication, you got 3 beta minus 9 is equal to 4 alpha minus 4. So when you simplify, you got 3 beta is equal to 4 alpha plus 5. So this is the equation number 2. Okay, and this is your equation number 1. So in 9th and 10th you have learned how to solve linear equation in two variable. Solve it. So the first equation, if you if you multiply by 4, so we will get how much? Oh no, 3. So we got like 9 alpha plus 12 beta and plus 21 equal to 0. And you multiply second equation, we can also write in this form, 4 alpha minus 3 beta plus 5 equal to 0. And if you multiply this equation by 4, it will give you 16 alpha minus 12 beta and plus 20 equal to 0. So when you add these equations, you got like 25 alpha plus 41 equal to 0. So what is alpha? Alpha is minus 41 by 25. Okay, what is beta? So we know that 3 beta is equal to 4 alpha plus 5. So evaluate it. What is 4 alpha? It is minus 164 by 25 plus 5. So when you simplify this, I think it is 25 5s are 125. So how much we got, guys? We got minus 164 plus 125 by 25, which is 14 minus 5 is 9, and then we got here 5 minus 2 is 3. So we got minus 39 by 25, which is 3 beta. So what is beta value? We got beta value as minus 13 by 25. Okay. So calculation anywhere, if I missed anything, please correct yourself. Okay. Now next part is if they ask me image, so how I will find the image. So for the image, what fact I will use? That this A, which is given as 1 comma 3, I have got M, which is minus 41 by 25 comma minus 13 by 25, and let's say image is A dash. So you assume that A dash is what? Let's say gamma comma delta. So what fact we can use? Gamma plus 1 by 2 is equal to minus 41 by 25, and delta plus 3 by 2 is equal to minus 13 by 25. So all this from there you can get gamma and beta delta value. Okay, so the calculation I'm leaving it up to you, please check out yourself. Now next comes is the shortcut. Okay, so what is the shortcut is that in the exam you can directly use this to evaluate. So first understand what is the formula. Okay, formula is this and all is not needed as of now. The formula is that x2 and y2 are the foot of perpendiculars. Okay, and x1 y1 are what? The given coordinates. Sorry, yeah, the given coordinates, and x2 y2 are the image, not foot of perpendicular, it is the image. So if you want to find x2 y2, you use this formula. Now try to understand what is x2 is something you have to find. X2 is the coordinates of the image that you have to find. X1 is the given point x coordinate which is known. A is the coefficient of x of the line. Y2 is the image y coordinate you have to find. Y1 is the given y coordinates. B is the coefficient of y, and right side is minus 2 times ax1 by1 c divided by root by a square plus b square. It's not a root under, it is a square plus b square, because obviously when we have learned the distance of a point from a line, there it was very, we have got habituated with like root under a square plus b square, so be a little bit cautious here. Okay. Now similarly, if you want to find the foot of perpendicular, same thing. The only thing is that here you are getting 2, here you are getting only 1. So one way of understanding is that image is 2 times distant, isn't it? From the object or from the reference point, from the given point, object will be 2 times distant, isn't it? And foot of perpendicular will be 1 time, because it is the midpoint. So like that you can map the formula. So let's say we will try to solve the previous question using this shortcut and verify whether we are getting the same result. So what are the coordinates? Coordinates are 1 comma 3, and line equation is 3x plus 4y plus 7. So x1 comma y1 is what? 1 comma 3, and line equation is 3x plus 4y plus 7 equal to 0. I think yes. Now let's try to find using the formula. So what will we write? x3 minus x1 is 1 divided by a is 3. Y3 is, we have to find, y1 is 3 divided by 4 minus ax1. So evaluate, 3 into 1 is 3, 4 3s are 12 plus 7 divided by 3 square plus 4 square is 25. Okay, so when we equate the last and the first, we got x3 minus 1 by 3, which is 7 plus 3 10, so we got minus 22 by 25. When you do cross multiplication, we got x3 minus 1 is minus 66 by 25. So x3 is how much? When you send on the right side, you will get minus 41 by 25. Similarly y3, so y3 minus 4 is equal to minus 88 by 25, 3 not. So when you do on the right side, we got y3 is equal to how much? Minus 88 by 25 plus 3. When you evaluate this, this will be how much? Minus 13 by 25. So you can see that exactly the same answer we got last time also. We got minus 13 by 25 and minus 41 by 25. So similarly, this formula can be also used to find the image, and which is little easier, like you don't have to get into the calculation. So in NCERT exams, you will follow the first method. In mains exam, you can follow the second method. Okay, so I hope it is clear. Okay, similarly you can use it for the image also. Now proof. So proof I can explain, but that again will take like 10 15 minutes in explanation. So I would say leave it, it's not so important. But if you want the idea, I can give the idea. The idea is simple, that you know this base point, right, which was 1 comma 3. This line equation is known, isn't it? So this line equation is what? The line equation was 3x plus 4y plus 7 equal to 0. So here the slope is what? Here the slope was minus 3 by 4. So here the slope was 4 by 3. So tan theta is 4 by 3. So when you make a triangle, you write the parametric form. So what will you write? X minus 1 by cos theta, which is 3 by 5, is equal to y minus 3 by sin theta, which is 4 by 5, and which is equal to r, which is equal to r. But this is that r, isn't it? This is that r. So what is this r? This r is the perpendicular distance, isn't it? Perpendicular distance. So what is the perpendicular distance? ax1, which is 3 into 1 plus 4 into 3 plus 7, here divided by root under a square plus b square, which is how much? 5. Is it okay? Now if you try to remember the shortcut was what? X minus 1 by a, y minus y1 by b. So you can see this 5 is not needed, isn't it? So this 5 we can transpose in the third one. I mean, we can divide by 5. So here it will become how much? 25. Means it becomes 5 square, which is basically what? A square plus b square. So can you picturize that this is written as 3 into 1 plus 4 into 3 plus 7 by how much? 3 square plus 4 square. Can you see the shape is coming? Okay, but the distance is modulus, isn't it? So we should write here modulus. But in the formula there was a minus. So as I told you, this is algebraic distance, isn't it? So when you are going down, the algebraic distance should be negative. So you remove the modulus and write here how much? Minus. Can you get this? For the image, the distance will become double. So that's the reason here 2 will come. So this is the proof of it. Okay. If you can get, well and good. If not, no problem. Skip it. You should know how to use it. That's more important. Fine. So let's do another topic, which is again important, and it will be needed in the later on topics also. So the next concept we have is family of lines. So first thing, what is family of lines? So first question, what is family? So basically there is a point. From this many branches will come, isn't it? Like let's say this is a person, he is having one child, 2 sons. This son will have another family, this son will have family, isn't it? So like this the branch will keep on going, and then a big family tree will come, isn't it? So what we say family of lines? Equation of lines passing through the point of intersection of 2 lines, L1 and L2. Those lines are called as family of lines. Means there is a line given L1, there is a line given L2. Now through this point of intersection, how many lines can pass? Infinite number of lines can pass, isn't it? So many lines can pass. So all these lines all together are called as what? Family of lines. Okay. What is the equation? So equation is given as L1 plus lambda L2 equal to 0. Okay. Now first part, why this quantity is representing a family of lines? So first question is it representing a line? Answer is yes, because L1 is a linear equation in 2 variable, L2 is a linear equation in 2 variable, and lambda is some scalar quantity. I mean lambda is some parameter. So when you simplify this, you will get basically a linear equation in 2 variable, isn't it? So any linear equation in 2 variable represents a straight line. Okay. Now how we are ensuring that this line is passing through that point? So you think like this. Let's say alpha comma beta is the point of intersection. Alpha comma beta is point of intersection. This is L1, this is L2. If I substitute alpha beta here, and if I substitute alpha beta here, both of them will become 0, because alpha beta lies on L1, so the value will be 0, and alpha beta also lies on L2, so this value also will be 0. So 0 plus lambda 0 obviously is 0, isn't it? So what we can claim here is that yes, this line L1 plus lambda L2, I mean this equation L1 plus lambda L2 equal to 0 represents a line, and it is also passing through that point of intersection. So hence it represents every single member of this family of lines except L2, because if you take here lambda equal to 0, you will get L1 equation, and you keep changing the lambda values, you will get different line equations which is passing through that point. But for what value of lambda you will get L2? So one answer is that you take a lambda with what lambda you should take to get only L2. So basically there is no such value, isn't it? So how we will get L2? So for that you write the equation L2 plus lambda L1 equal to 0, and from there you can get the L2. Okay, or in the question anyway L2 will be given, isn't it? So if you want the L2 you can directly take from there. So we'll see the instance if we have to find L2 what needs to be done. So I hope concept wise it is clear that L1 plus lambda L2 equal to 0, where lambda is a parameter, represents all the line passing through the point of intersection of L1 and L2 except L2. So let's do a question, a series of questions. Find the equation of line passing through the point of intersection of x minus 2y plus 3 equal to 0 and 2x plus 3y plus 4 equal to 0. So first step, the line equation is L1 plus lambda L2 equal to 0. So what is L1? This implies x minus 2y plus 3 plus lambda times 2x plus 3y plus 4 equal to 0. So when you simplify, x coefficient is 1 plus 2 lambda, y coefficient is minus 2 plus 3 lambda, and constant is 3 plus 4 lambda is equal to 0. Now question number 1, this line passes through 1 comma 1, so it should satisfy 1 comma 1, isn't it? So substitute 1 comma 1, so we got 1 plus 2 lambda, then minus 2 plus 3 lambda plus 3 plus 4 lambda is equal to 0. So when you simplify, 4 plus 3 plus 2 is 9, so we got 9 lambda is equal to minus 2, so lambda is how much? Minus 2 by 9. So this minus 2 by 9 you substitute here, so you got x into 1 minus 4 by 9, y into minus 2 minus 6 by 9, and plus 3 plus 4 and 2, so minus 8 by 9. So simplify this, you'll get the equation that is the required equation. Okay, second part, which has a slope as 3. So again this is the main equation, let me highlight with red. So what is the slope of this line? Minus coefficient of x, which is 1 plus 2 lambda, divided by coefficient of y, which is minus 2 plus 3 lambda, and this should be equal to what? 3. So again one equation, one variable, solve and get the value of lambda, and that lambda value substitute in the given equation, that will be the required answer. Okay, third part, which has x intercept 7. So when they say x intercept is 7, they are indirectly telling that the line is passing through the point 7 comma 0, isn't it? Like this line is cutting an intercept of 7, so indirectly it is passing through the point 7 comma 0. Substitute 7 comma 0, so we got 7 into 1 plus 2 lambda, y is anyway 0, plus 3 plus 4 lambda is 0. So when you solve this, you got like 7 plus 14 lambda plus 3 plus 4 lambda is 0. So we got lambda is equal to how much? Minus 10 by 18. This lambda substitute in the original equation. Original means this red equation. From there you will get the result. Fourth part, which is perpendicular to 3x minus 2y plus 1 equal to 0. So when they are telling perpendicular to 3x minus 2y plus 1, indirectly what they are telling, what is the slope of the line? Minus coefficient of x by coefficient of y, which is 3 by 2. So slope of the given line is 3 by 2. So slope of the perpendicular line will be what? Minus 2 by 3, isn't it? So this should be equal to minus of minus coefficient of x by coefficient of y. Solve this, get the value of lambda and substitute. Similarly, fifth part, for which x intercept is twice of y intercept and both are non-zero. No problem. X intercept is twice. So find x intercept. How will you find x intercept? In the given equation, you substitute y equal to 0. From there you will get what? X intercept. And next time you put x equal to 0, so that will give you what? Y intercept. And now what they are telling, that y intercept, x intercept is twice. Means suppose from here you got you will be getting some lambda terms, like some constants and lambda will be there. Here constants and lambda will be there. So let me call this is alpha and this is beta. So what you have to do, x intercept is 2 times beta. So here you have a quantity in terms of lambda, here you have a quantity in terms of lambda, equate them, get the value of lambda and substitute the lambda inside the equation. So idea I have given, calculation part I will say that you do it on your own and get it done. I hope you are clear. Okay. So now we have the next question, that let sides of a triangle are given as ABBC AC, then find the orthocenter of triangle ABC. So already earlier we have done a question related to orthocenter, but there were the coordinates of the 3 points, the coordinates of the vertices were given. Here what we have is, we have a situation like this. Let's say this is A, this is B, and this is C. So AB equation is what? X plus 2y minus 3 equal to 0. AC equation is 2x plus y minus 4 equal to 0. And this equation is 3x plus 2y minus 4 equal to 0. What is orthocenter? Orthocenter is the point of intersection of altitudes. So my question is, let's say AM is one such altitude. So can you see AM is a line which is passing through the point of intersection of the lines AB and AC. So I can use family of lines concept here. So what I can say, equation of AM can be given as x plus 2y minus 3 plus lambda times 2x plus y minus 4 equal to 0. Okay. So when you simplify this, you got like x into 1 plus 2 lambda, y into 2 plus lambda, and minus 3 minus 4 lambda equal to 0. Okay. Now what fact I can use? So I can use the fact that AM is perpendicular to BC. So what is the slope of BC? Minus 3 by 2. So what is the slope of AM? It will be minus and reciprocal, so we got 2 by 3. And what is the slope from this equation? So slope of AM again is minus coefficient of x by coefficient of y, which is equal to how much? 2 by 3. So by solving this, you can get lambda value, isn't it? Once you got lambda value, you can substitute that value here and you can get the equation of AM. I hope we are clear. So once you got the equation of AM, you can repeat the process to find the equation of BN, isn't it? Same logic. Once you got the equation of AM and BN, solve them. The point of intersection is going to be the orthocenter. Okay. So please make sure solve this. Again, I have given you the idea. Calculation part is on you. Solve it, and if you want to verify the answer, you can comment the answer. I'll respond to it. Okay. Fine. So we are taking a pause here. Okay. The remaining part, there is a second half of the family of lines, so that we'll see in the next lecture. Thank you.